Let's take your favorite TV show and learn with it. Hi, Vicky Kelty here with another episode of the Language Learning Report Card podcast. Here's what you're going to do. I have my serious face on. You are going to take a TV show that you love watching. Ideally, if the original version is English, even better. It does not matter if you normally watch that show in English or in your language. That's not important. But what you will do for this, we'll call it a homework assignment, is to watch that show in English. And the reason we want it to be a show that's your favorite is because then it's more fun to do. And all you're going to do as you're watching the show is find one word or phrase that you love and want to use in the next conversation that you have in English, in your next English class, in your message to me on voice message speaking practice, in your text message that you send to a friend, however you can use it in the near future so that it stays at the top of your mind. And I only say one word because I don't want it to be like, I don't want to ruin your favorite show. So that's why I only say to focus on one word and not a million words, not every word in the episode. No. So, how did this go for me? Well, it's actually something I do regularly in Spanish. So, I gave it almost 100%. I gave it a 90%, an A minus. The area it lost points on was that I don't always write down the phrases that I find really interesting in Spanish. And so then sometimes I forget what that awesome phrase was that I heard in my TV show, and then they don't get used again. I have a Spanish notebook on my coffee table, and I could easily write down the word or expression, but oftentimes I don't. And the biggest reason is because I don't have a pen sitting next to that notebook. So, um, that is my advice for you. Put a pen next to your notebook, and it will make it easier for you to write down the words so you can use them in the future. For French, I gave it a 70%, a C minus, and that may sound not great, but it is passing. So it did a good job. And French is harder for me for listening. So any TV show that I'm dedicating time to is a lot of effort that I'm putting in. So that is definitely one of the reasons that it, let's say, lost some points, because I just know it takes a lot of energy for me to do it. I have to have the subtitles on. With the show that I had chosen, which was a game show called Family Feud. Well, that's the English name. There's an English version of it. The French version is not called that. It's called something different. The Famille something. Maybe I learned the title of the game show. That could be my thing that I write down. It's true. I did write down the title, so I can learn that for next time. But so I was watching an episode that I had found on YouTube, and as you may know, YouTube captions are not always 100% accurate if they're the automated YouTube provided captions. So it lost some points there because I knew that I wasn't getting 100% of the words that I was trying to listen to. It means more work for me, which is that can be thought of as a positive, right? Um, it also lost some points because it took me some time to figure out what am I going to watch. And so I kept putting it off because I have some shows I watch regularly, but they're these mystery shows. And I really wanted something that was a little more fun. Like if I was going to watch a TV show in Spanish, I do really like to watch game shows like the Spanish Wheel of Fortune. And that's where I get the majority of the new expressions and fun words that I want to remember and copy, and not from my mystery shows, which I love, but sometimes I just want to watch those in Spanish, the dubbed, like, sorry, the French mystery shows that I watch, sometimes I just want to watch the dubbed version of them. I just don't have the energy always to watch the full French version. They are long shows. And I'm just being real with you here. I do not always watch all my shows in the original language. I hope that that is a reminder to you that you do not always need to watch shows in the original version, but that there are times where you could take advantage of that if that feels good to you. And the great thing about learning these words is that you can have an example of them being used in real life. So they're used in context, and you can copy the exact phrase knowing that this is what somebody in France, for example, in my case, or in Spain, or for the show that you're watching, somebody maybe in the United States, if you're watching a show that was set there, would use in real life, and you're copying that exact phrase. That is the benefit of doing this kind of homework, if you will. You're getting your listening practice, and you're also growing your vocabulary with cool phrases that they say on your show. And if you're curious about how to choose a show, because maybe you don't have a show that you love right now, then be sure to check out the episode where I share how I found my show for French. I would also love to hear how you get on with this homework. If you decide to do it, did you make any changes to the process? How did it go for you? What grade would you give it? All right. Let me know all those answers, and happy learning. Have a great day. Bye.